Oh, it is indeed Wilkins time. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, had to add 5 minutes to it because I was trying to get the babies to bed and trying to do taxes. And it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. But I do want the taxes done. So I'm going to have to crawl through a lot of bank statements. But I'm getting my money. Anyway, besides that, the day's been okay. Hello, hello. I got one. Hello, hello. I got one solid hour for you. And then I gotta get back to work doing them taxes. I like to do those taxes immediately. I wait for my wife's W-2s, which came in on Monday. Tuesday, I didn't do it Monday, didn't do it Tuesday. I'm saying tonight's the night, but it takes so long. Yeah, soda mat, soda mat, soda mat. I could cook zero today, but it takes so long to put together, especially when you have to dig for them. Uh, dig for that money. It makes you dig for those deductibles. But it's just going to take some extra time, longer than I thought. I thought I could finish it, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to finish this in time. I know I do. I do. I do. I am excellent, sir. How about yourself? Get that money. I know. I know. But mine is just going to take the child care expenses. For some reason, when my child care does not give you a total of what they spent. It just gives you a long laundry list of pay. I was like, this is not what where's the total? They said, it didn't come with the total, but sir, if you put our, tax ID in there, it'll automatically calculate it. And I went, it's not. Huh, that's weird. It usually does that. Well, it's not. So now I got to go through my bank statements, add, and then divide. Sucks. Divide by the number of what I spent on each kid. But I'm going to do it because it's worth the money. It's worth the money, or it better be. Oh, good. No, I need everyone. Need every kid. Oh, well, then I saved you from the Crystal Star read. You're welcome. Hey, Tom, I had 3 wishes. Or Fawad, 3 wishes for a piece of memorabilia, but they couldn't be Star Wars related. Oh, that's easy. Memorabilia from movies or something? Um, oh gosh. What would I want? It's actually a really good question. Movie wise. Movie wise. Something like the Never Ending Storybook be cool. That's a really good question. I'm trying to think. What other things would be really cool to have? Um, Never Ending Storybook would be cool. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I'm going through favorite movies. I'm going through. Um, what would be cool to have? That's a great question. I did something on movie memorabilia once, a Samoflange podcast. And I remember Hellraiser's Cube was on there, but I wouldn't want. I mean, if I could only pick three, that wouldn't be one of them. Wow, what a great question. I can't think of the other two right now. I'm just running through all the movies that I've seen. Not Star Wars related was a good one because I would have picked some Star Wars stuff, but man, I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. I know there's other ones. I just don't know. It's a great question. That's a deep dive there question. Other Ninja Order. Ah, you've got questions. Ask them. Oh, a big Kahuna burger. A big Kahuna burger's good. That's a good pick. Man, my stomach. What's going on here? Getting a upset stomach, rumbly in my tummy. It's not nice. And I cooked my meal. Invincible, and then Fate of the Jedi. I do not know. I do not know. Yeah, put him as an independent. Yeah, see, I thought about Marvel comic books and Batman. Oh no, 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 no. There you go. The Batman vehicle from 1966. Batman, Adam West. That would definitely be one. There you go. There's one. That was a good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Would there be another superhero one? I gotta think really hard about that. I gotta keep thinking, but the Batman 1966 one would be there. The red leather outfit from Eddie Murphy Raw. I've seen that so many times. That's actually a really good one. Is there a suit I would like? Maybe I'd like the Batman suit from Michael Keaton's thing. Maybe I'm going all Batman now. Howdy, howdy. No, I have not, but I don't like rolling rights, so I would not back that. Marvel Unlimited, no, Marvel United season 3 just wrapped an hour ago, and I'm short a couple $100 after that pledge. Favorite autograph I own, Mark Hamill's, because I wrote him and he wrote me back. This is in the mid '90s, mid to early '90s, and so I got a free Mark Hamill autograph. I got one from Carrie Fisher too. Those two wrote me back. But that was in the mid '90s. I remember back before Comic Cons were a thing, and that was so great, so great. Not for all the money. The cheaper ones you can read, they're not the best thing in the world, but some of them are so stinking expensive. And never say never. Marvel may reprint them eventually. I thought about the Highlander sword. It's a good one, but that one's a claymaker. Oh, I mean, you do have Duncan MacLeod's sword, which was a katana blade. No, they were both katana blades. His second one, Connor's was the second one, but no, it's a good one. I did think Highlander for a while. Maybe someone's severed head. I get asked that question. I really don't have a preference. I really don't have a preference. There's not one that I was like, that's cool. There's not a single one I thought that was awesome. I just thought they were all okay. Don't have favorites there. If I buy all the Knight Errant books, would you agree? Would I agree with what? I mean, you can buy them. That's fine, but I don't know if you'd enjoy them. What, Crystal Star? Not the best. If he paid me, they wouldn't have to pay me. I'd bring Waru back. Who would I get to play Waru? Well, it'd have to be I mean, it'd have to be what's his name? Oh goodness. Why am I striking out names today? Oh goodness gracious. Hold on. I can't think of his name. It's gonna kill me. Christopher Walken. How can I not forget Walken? Christopher Walken. There you go. That's who would play him because Gilbert Godfrey's passed away. Every time I swallow a Jedi, I get indigestion. Why is that? It'd be great. What? I guess Maul Lockdown, the same Maul. Maybe Maul Lockdown. He looks a little bit more brutal there. Sure. Yeah. Anytime. Mm. Star by Star. Oh, that's great. Great book there. Chuck. No, it's going to be different people. It's two of the ladies, I believe. I think Kyle's coming on too because I invited him to come back on. But the two ladies are going to be driving the conversation, and I thought we'd have everyone there to kind of talk about it too. And so everyone can join in and just kind of talk. And I have some questions to ask them again, and then maybe we'll go to some questions from y'all. But yeah, they wanted to come back and everything and give some answers and stuff, and have these ladies talk. So I'm happy to have them on. Happy to have them on. Hope they have answers. And then I think I'm going to release More Civilized Age after this. Totally forgot to release that this morning. That's correct. Right now, I'll say Bane trilogy because I haven't finished my reread of the Thrawn trilogy, but the Thrawn trilogy is really good. Never, never. It's every night when I'm here putting all the kids to bed on my own. The missus has been out choreography. She's back now, but she's been out doing choreography for the show Cinderella. I've caught up a little bit. Tom, I don't know if you're still with me, but tough day at work on my end. If you know what happened at work today, kind of went nationwide, but a few rifts that impacted my site and I think a few others. So not a good day when, they call you in the office and say, "Oh, you're gone." Sucks. Sucks. But yeah. Don't know, Tom, if you're still watching, but there were many tears, not by me, but by others. Wasn't the best day. It happens though. That's the business. Man, I mean, all the actors are not there, Han, Leia, Chewie, but if they were all alive back when we started this whole thing, New Jedi Order. I mean, come on. You got to do New Jedi Order, right? I think that'd be huge. The Chinese spy balloon, yeah. Whoa, yep. Yeah, they did. They did. People packing boxes too. It's like, oh, you know. But again, it happens. It wasn't that big, but it was a small team or two small teams, and it impacted these two small teams. One lost a third, which isn't that much. There weren't that many, but when a team loses a third of its group, you're like, oh, wow. And then another green team lost a tenth of his group, which again sounds small because the groups weren't that as big. A total was small, but it even affected us by one too. So this kind of sucked. Small little rift, but other departments were impacted bigger, not at our site. But of course, it'll swing back up. It always does. What's a KOTOR 2? It's a video game that everyone loves. I never have watched a Super Bowl. Yes. Yes, I believe I do. Why do you not do video on your podcast? Oh, we record those off your. By the way, uh, Saga of Steve Rogers is why I have that nice podcasting equipment because it goes on iTunes, and that's where it's gone. But a lot of people wanted it on YouTube, so I just take the audio file from iTunes and put it on YouTube because people wanted it back on YouTube because it does. There's like a block of 20 or 30 shows that left for a while because I was just doing Apple iTunes. Then people started saying, "Well, I wish you could have it on you. I like watching them on YouTube." So I eventually just brought it back to YouTube and I just copied the file and it just audio file only. So that's why. Even though the 200th episodes will be live probably that Monday night and that Saturday morning later, not at 6, but later. And then Monday night would be later too. For any of my guests, like Bruce and Wes will be invited to the live 200th episode. And for Saturday morning Sam Flange, Mikey, CJ, who I don't know will be able to come, but I'll invite anyway. And then Benjamin will be invited to the live Saturday morning salmon flange, which will happen on the same week since they both start on the same week. Sleepless nights. Little man was up. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling it today. I'm very tired because Mr. Man woke up at 12, 2:30, 4:30, and 6. So I got an hour nap in between those, so 3 hours total. Woo! Woo! Long day. That's true. Would be cool. Yeah, the only problem with that is getting us on the frame, and then it's kind of awkward because we're also on the mics doing it. But you're right. You're right. We could set up a camera. We could set up a camera and do it. It would take forever to upload, but that's boo hoo hoo, right? So maybe. But then how would I hide the fact that we don't wear pants on the podcast? I tell you what I want to do. I want to get back to you and get into your recording studio again. That's what I want to do. Man, it wasn't was it a podcast interview or was it live? I can't remember. It's been so long. But we were talking when we were both contributing to that novel. And I'm sorry, it's somewhere in the past. I'll have to see if I can dig it up. I don't remember. I don't recall how long ago it was, 2013, 2014. I can't remember. But yeah, he came on and we did it wasn't a podcast. I think it was a live interview we did together. That one we were talking during the Sequart book. I haven't talked to him in years. He's kind of out of Star Wars now. I'll try to find it, though, Scott. Outbound flight. Get out of here. How much do you know about real world news? A good bit. Oh, I will. Always. Yeah, they like the movies. We haven't done the cartoon series. In fact, someone suggested, and I may do this because they'll be old enough when I'm finished with the reread, start doing the TV episodes and seeing if the girls want to watch with me. See what they thought. The Ewoks one will be probably the best one for them. They'll be a little bit older to sit down and watch cartoons. We watched Fairy Tale Theater with them. They've been enjoying Fairy Tale Theater. We just finished the last episode tonight. My wife tried Muppet Babies with them. I think they liked it. I don't know. I was up here doing friggin' taxes. But they think they liked it, so maybe that one. They were watching the cartoon The Real Ghostbusters from 1980 whatever, and they were loving that for a little while. That's the cool thing about being a parent. You get to control what they watch, and they're watching your old cartoons from the 80s and 90s. That's always fun. But no, I'm excited to see if they are interested to start reading children's books to them. But then again, I'm not going to force them to like Star Wars. They don't have to like Star Wars or anything I like. I think they will growing up. They probably will like board games because Daddy likes board games. They may like Star Wars because Daddy likes Star Wars. It'd be my dream to read to them every night from a Star Wars book. My dad used to read to us every night. And it was like the best thing in the world. The best thing in the world was him reading us books. Where the heck is Winter? I don't know. Not in that book, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree with that. Oh, the Blackwing virus from Death Troopers, I would say. Will do. Will do. G's to frag. Oh, well, there you go. Googly moogly is what I've been saying with my kids. Yeah, sure. If they want to, they can read it, or I'll read it with them or to them. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. I think that'd be great. That'd be great. So, um, because again, all the classics too. I'd read them Tolkien. I'd read them C.S. Lewis, And they're not that age yet where they can understand a book, but once they get a few years older, I'll start reading to them every night. I think that'll be so much fun. So much fun. I am indeed. Hello there. Nice pick. My wife is a huge Tom and Jerry fan, so she would watch Tom and Jerry with them. She hadn't even been mentioned? Really? That's odd. Because doesn't she take the children away? Doesn't she help with the Jedi children? I can't remember. I could be wrong. Maybe she wasn't on that ship. She's not a big character in it, but or maybe she's not used, and I don't remember because it's been a while. For me, I think that everyone's been mentioned in New Jedi Order, but that's not the case. Like right now, reading these Thrawn trilogy, I've forgotten what events take place when. I kind of got some things mixed up, and that kind of happens when you read a trilogy. If he was in Star Wars, probably a Sith, huh? Probably, or maybe an Imperial commander who's really awesome, awesome evil. Yes, she is. She's all over it. Nah, that's Scott's picture still. That's Winter and Akbar. The whole joke behind that is it looks like they were supposed to be a pair, a couple, and of course that was not the case. Mm-hmm. But didn't Winter go with them? Is what I thought. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I thought Winter was with them. Again, I don't recall. Boris Fila is an excellent character. Ghent is an unsung character that was really interesting. I wanted to see more about him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Boris Fila is just a brilliant character. Brilliant character. Like I said, I enjoyed them in the Knight Errant series. They were fine, but unfortunately, we had to look at Kara Holt, and she's boring. So even though she's placed in what was an interesting story, and it's kind of hard. Why would you follow these two insane Sith lords? But that the Sith have will over the weak-minded, so maybe that's what their followers were. But like I said, good idea, just not very well executed. Hello, Teresa. Teresa's been doing a lot of live streams lately. So warlords, yeah, for real. Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying I thought that she may have been. Like I said, that's a small detail. I don't know. And if she's in Destiny Way, that's fine. I just don't. She wasn't a main character storyline. I know that, or I would have recognized her. But that she's not even mentioned. I think she's mentioned somewhere in there. But that was just a guess. Leia, Leia, Leia. Padme's kind of boring. Leia's more exciting and thrilling. Didn't get that many Padme stories either. I don't know who that is, but possibly so. Don't watch the new canon. Have nothing against anyone who wants to see it. It's just not for me. New canon, not for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, let's see. What else? Oh, hoping to have a game night Friday. That should be fun. Haven't had one in a few weeks. And it's Mardi Gras season here. I hate Mardi Gras. We have two parades now. There won't be a video because I think I can get out of both by babysitting babies because we can't have them out. It's a little too cold, rainy, wet. They get ear infections really easy. And I don't mind. I don't mind. The girls and the missus enjoy the Mardi Gras parade and they can go ahead and enjoy it. As for me, I enjoy sitting quietly at home on a Saturday night watching babies. That's what I'll be doing. What legends character? I mean, I don't know where the Arnold questions are coming from, but I don't know. Would he have been a good Darth Bane back in his prime? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Well, that Joker probably Star Wars isn't that important to him, and he doesn't know which actors were where. I mean, I can't. I mean, he's in movies. He's a director. He probably should know, but and maybe he just said that to be funny. I don't know. That's also a possibility there too. Um, what else? What else do I have going on? Um, we've had some warm weather here, which has been nice. It's been like low 70s, high 60s. Beautiful. Hope it stays like that forever. It won't. It won't. But I wish it does. Rained a little bit today. Oh well. But other than that, um, yeah, it's been an okay week. But last night was really rough. Little man was not going to sleep. So, and the funny thing is he wants to smile at you, like, hey dad, I got enough sleep, but you didn't. And we put him to bed at 8. He boo-hoos for about that at 7 o'clock. He starts getting irritated because he wants to go to bed early, and I can't have him do that because he'll wake up at 5 every night. I mean, every morning, and then he won't go back to bed. So try to put him down. He'll make it to 8. Won't fight. He'll just put him in his bed. He rolls over. But then starting at midnight or 11 or whenever, that's when he starts up waking up for his feedings, and every 2 hours after that. Just wild. They say your kid can't get on a schedule. He can. Hello. Yeah. I mean, so the big question: how would I have my kids watch it? 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's a great question. I don't know. I maybe coin 1, 2, and 3 are, in my opinion, the lesser trilogy, so it's not as good. It gets better in 4, 5, and 6. So maybe watch it in order. But I do agree, watching it 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3 is probably better. I don't know. That's a great question. I really don't know how I'm going to have my kids watch it. Dark greetings. Dark greetings. See, I don't know the KOTOR as much as I wish I could. So let's see here. Oh, yes. Hold on just a moment. It's like on. I got a game night going on now. Two brothers who I haven't had over in years, not years, but months, are coming back over. It's gonna be fun. I'm slowly losing my gaming group, so gotta get some games in there, man. Gotta play a little bit. He has. I'd do the Micro Series on its own, but yeah. Um, what was the other one? It is great. Yeah. Nicholas Cage said yes. Star Wars. Nicholas Cage? Goodness gracious. I wouldn't make him a Jedi or a Sith. Would he be Talon Card? Talon Card? That'd be kind of wild. He could pull it off, I think. What do you mean? You mean by Shock T dying? Is that the continuity error? Even though her death was not explored anywhere else. I'm trying to think of what other Force Unleashed from the books. I don't know. So I'd say TCW had worse continuity errors. Hello there. Oh, that's a good idea. Wow. Really? Oh, going well, sir. Going well. How are you? Yeah, we will. I've already talked to Joe. He's down to do it, and we're just waiting for it to be released. I don't know what update he gave, but it is on its way. I mean, we're talking like it's going to the printer and everything right now. So I mean, it's practically there. So once that goes out, gets out there, we plan to have him on. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Whoa, that's a lot of comments. Well, yeah, but that's a deleted scene. Huh? What's the best part about living in the South? Warmer weather, hopefully. Are you in North or South Arkansas? If you're in South Arkansas, you're very close to me. As maybe, yeah. Being arrested 2 years too early. Well, the inspiration behind the rebellion is a stretch. I agree to that. You know, his symbol, his emblem was his family crest. Um, I didn't know about Bell Abyss and Bail Organa being arrested 2 years too early. I didn't know about that one. Hmm. Goodness gracious, Chris Pratt. He'd play holy cow. What's his name? Dash Rendar. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, shut up. Really? Wow. You Google Map that, didn't you? Uh, I believe once it goes out to the backers, Joe may have copies available. That's a Joe question. No, that's wow. That is interesting. -14 in Vermont. No, thank you. Mm, yep, that's what I said. Did you say it for me? I didn't say it. Um, what else? Oh, so what we got one here? Yeah. How far am I? You said, "Hey Google, how far am I from that?" And it just automatically calculated it, right? Arkansas has the most Western Sizzlers in that state. I know that because we traveled. Saturday morning Sam Flange. We traveled up Monticello, I believe, Arkansas. That was the closest one, which is only a few hours away, 1 or 2 hours away. And we traveled up there and ate at Western Sizzling and did the podcast. It was fun. But yeah, Arkansas is really nice. People don't realize that, but it's actually a pretty nice state. No, thank you. No, I don't even know why you would live there. -29, get out of here. No way. Florida. Well, yeah, that's a decent place to live. Danny the Zell, try and get out of here. Get out of here. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. Good moment. Sad moment because everyone's dying. Wow, really? That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I will. I'm trying every day. Every day I try to. Well, Thraken South Solo, no, I think it would be Han. Just looked a little bit different. I think it would be Harrison Ford again. At least that's in my opinion. I don't know who else would do it. I mean, you'd want to look alike like Harrison Ford, but I don't know. No, actually, what book does that? They talk about the orders. The book Order 66. they randomly pick numbers all the way leading up to 66, or what all these orders mean, which I thought was neat. But I don't know if there's been an official list of the orders. But in Order 66, they kind of gave away an order, I think, at the beginning of every chapter, which I'd forgotten about, which is pretty cool. That's right. It's good too. Did you see what he did on his Kickstarter though? He said this does not give you the right to write in any IP address. Meaning, I guess someone asked, "Could we get you to write a Star Wars book?" And no, it has to be original fiction. He's clarified that on the Kickstarter now. Well, I don't know if you need to try it. I don't know. It's not like the best thing in the world. It's just a southern thing, one of those roadside buffets, frying the steaks on there. It just had good memories for me as a kid. I always went there for my birthday. For years, when we had one here in town, I went there for my birthday. And when it shut down, my dad stopped taking me out for my birthday. Oh, really? Yeah, I remember they had a bunch of those out there, a bunch of those orders in that book, which I thought was interesting. Man, that is too hard. That's too hard. Um, I love the one where they go to Hologram Fun World because that's a connection to Jedi Prince series. The Boba Fett one is good. Uh, Gosh, there a lot of them are just really good. I can't pick. It's hard to pick favorites. Oh, there you go. Dennis Quaid. See, you can do this better than I can. Dennis Quaid's a good one. Uh, oh, yeah, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? It's kind of interesting because I don't think like that much. Like who would play this, who would play that. I just don't. And I remember Tim from Open Airlock Policy was doing this great series about what actor would best play this character. And he doesn't have that much time to write, but I wish he had more time to write because those are just fascinating articles. I couldn't do that, especially as good as he was doing it. He was picking some, not superstars, but people that you knew, the faces you knew, you didn't maybe know the actor's name. He'd tell you where they were from and why they were a perfect fit for this character, and talk about other characters they did that were kind of similar to it. And that's something I could never do. Could never do something like that. No, no. Don't know a Quincy Steakhouse. Don't have that. We got a not a Foo Shackley's. What did we get here? Maybe it was a Foo Shackley's. Bojangles. We got a Bojangles here now. Bojangles chicken is man. We got Checkers here too. I haven't had Checkers in like honestly 20. It was probably 20 years ago. However old Bruce's kid is, because Bruce's kid wasn't even born yet, so it was 21. Liam's senior now. It must be 22, 22, 23 years ago. And now we have a Checkers here. I may try it. Wow, I don't know if I can see that, but okay. Yeah, I know it's nice here, isn't it? Yeah. I miss Shoney's as well. Good call on Shoney's. Loved the Shoney's breakfast buffet. Remember that? That was great. I mean, it just depends on. I mean, I'm watching kids and reading a lot of times, but sitting down, I can read hundreds of pages. I mean, I just boom, 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 a page a minute usually, or a little bit more than that, and knock it down. These Star Wars books, most of them are really good to read. I've been reading as much lately. During the holidays, I got to read a lot more, and right now I'm not because I'm Travis. I'm actually playing my Stratomatic season. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but the first of the year, I waited till February 1st. I always play my Stratomatic season. And that is taking up all 100% of my time right now. So I'm almost done. I shortened the season, but I've been playing. No, I started in January, I think, end of January. So I'm playing a Stratomatic season every night I can. A couple of games of Stratomatic baseball, loving it, loving it. And I've got 2 more weeks on the schedule left, and then playoffs which 2 more weeks means I got 1 or 2 more nights to play through it each. And then playing the playoffs and the World Series can be fun. But that's what I do. I take up a whole month playing nothing but Stramac baseball. Oh, thank you. You don't have to ask questions. That's fine. Thank you. Good night. I hear they're good. It was okay. I remember their fries were good. I thought their burger was meh, but that was honestly over 2 decades ago. So I'm willing to give them another shot. I wasn't negative about them. I just didn't know if they were that good. Oh, I could definitely see that. That's a good one. Fast food with a drive-through. Arby's is good. Love me some Arby's. Taco Bell, but Taco Bell is Taco Bell food. The Mrs. Chick-fil-A all the way. I don't mind Chick-fil-A. They're okay. I guess it'd be Taco Bell because Firehouse Subs isn't really fast food. That's kind of like counter service or whatever. But that's really good. Like that one. Oh, really? I think Bojangles, yeah, I think it's overrated. We had it a few years back and I didn't really like it. But it's here now. I agree with you, Arthur. I think she's unsung hero because when everyone else had abandoned Star Wars, they'd moved on. Joe Duffy stuck with it, and some of her stuff is kooky, yes, but that whole Marvel series is kooky at times. I think overall, I do believe she did a good job. Shut up! You still have a Shoney's. Is it good? Oh, pro Hoojies all the way. I don't know if I call it that, but I'd love to see a Hoogie and Waru eat some Hoojibs. When we're next with Stieg, Star Wars Cantina, Tom Holland. Who's Tom Holland? And the other's gonna be I don't know. I think I had Stieg on not too long ago. Star Wars Cantina came on a month or so ago too. I love them. I just feel bad asking them to wake up at 4 in the morning for a stream, but they'll do it because Luke's a great guy. Oh, that's a great question. I would have said Squibs, but I'll go with Hoojibs now. Yep, that's how she dies. Now we have a Whataburger, and I haven't been there in years either. Not for no reason. I just don't go to it. It's on the other side of town. Yeah, I love Firehouse Subs. What's your Darth Vader's princess? Oh, what a great question. Uh, yeah, we'll go with the Dark Lady, man. Lumia. That's how I pronounce it. I'll go with her. What do I think of the bands Acid, Bath, and Crowbar? I don't. I don't know those names. I know who would. Probably my stinking nephews. They know all those little bands. I can't remember one of my favorite Louisiana hometown bands. I can't think of their name, but I used to go to their shows all the time. And then another one from New Orleans I thought was fun was called Bag of Donuts was their name. But the other one I can't remember. I went to their concerts all the time when they toured up North Louisiana, and now for the life of me I can't remember what their name was anymore. Oh, and another one I really liked was I still have their album. I was talking to my brother about the other day. Knucklestone. Knucklestone. I even made my own Knucklestone T-shirt. I was such a big fan of Knucklestone. I heard they still play now. They're like, they gotta be in their 50s, going up 60s. But back in the day, they were the older, cooler kids back in the day. They had me by about 10, 15 years. But I hear they still come out of retirement because they've retired so many times. But they keep coming back, still rocking. Oh yeah, that'd be a good pick. Wow. Kind of want to try it. Shoney's. Last time I tried Shoney's was in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and was it Vicksburg? I think it was Vicksburg, and it was garbage. But I mean, that's just one Shoney's, right? Doesn't account for all of them. Favorite sequel no one talks about out of all those Halloween 3. I'm glad you put Halloween 3 on there. Oh no, I did not mean to. Put it back in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, sir. The, you know what though? I hear that's a lot of fun though, the West End Games stuff. And if my kids are grown up and I still have a dungeon master around, I'd love to play through some of those West End Games adventures. Heck, all of it. I'd love to play through. What happened here? Okay, pretty good. Doom Metal Movement. Okay, did not know that. Metal Archives. Okay, they're huge. Ooh, those are bold words, but let me tell you this. Every other year, my wife likes to watch through all the original Halloweens up to Halloween Resurrection, which is awful. Awful. But she refuses to watch Season of the Witch. And everyone does. When she gets a group together, they'll watch all the Halloweens, but they'll always skip Season of the Witch. So I have to watch it by myself, which I think is pretty good. I don't think it's better than the first one, but I think it's a solid movie. I do. I liked it. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. I don't remember that movie at all. I don't know if I ever saw it. I know the title and he was in it, but I don't know if I ever saw it. No, no, I'm gonna disagree. Um, Halloween 2 I thought was good. I do like Halloween 4 and 5. Um, you know, it's rinse and repeat now with Jamie, but that was fine. And then even though 5 is a little weird. And then 6 is just totally off the wall bonkers and it should have been great. But The Curse of Michael Myers, it's watchable still today. I can still watch it. It's the sore thumb that kind of sticks out, but it's not the worst. I mean, obviously Resurrection was the worst by far. But H2O is pretty solid. I'd agree with that. My wife would probably agree with you that Halloween and H2O are the two best. That's funny. Five's a little weird, but because she's like, she can't talk. I don't know. And what's his name is so over the top. Dr. Loomis. That's when he really goes over the top. It's just really great. So it's not like the most brilliant one. 4 had a really good ending. Yeah, 5's the one they shoot him down the well. So, but Loomis is way over the top in that, and it's fun. It's not like writing style is not the best, obviously. I think I watched those and I hated them too. Yeah, that's a very hard question. I'm going to go with T2. That was the first R-rated movie I saw in theaters. Got a soft spot for. Of course, it's a fantastic movie, but Terminator 1 is excellent. Is excellent. A very underrated. Like if Terminator 2 is the best, then Terminator 1 is right underneath it. And then a nice step or two down is Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvation. I enjoyed. I enjoyed Terminator Salvation. The TV show was rocky, but in season 2 it felt like it was going in a good direction. Then they canceled it, and 4 was horrible. It was horrible, and I never watched 5. Where they were. I never even saw the recent Halloween trilogy. So Rob Zombies, but I've never seen the recent one either. I just refuse to watch the newer ones. I can't agree with that, but I have a soft spot in my heart for 6. Yeah, I have the uncut version too, the different version. I don't know what it's called, the 666 version. You know what? That's a great question. I don't know. Fright Night is great. I even like Fright Night too. Fright Night comic books is great. Beaten by a Plank of Wood. Yeah, that's great too. Dang. Ah, that's a good point. I like that. Man, I like this Halloween talk. My wife would want to be in on this. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. I love that. Four was garbage. Four was garbage. Oh, four. No, four Salvation. You mean? Not whatever it was called. Salvation. I thought was good. I thought it was better than three, and three's okay. Oh, oh, what did I do? That's really hard. It's got to go with Raiders, but Last Crusade is very close. Last Crusade is a pretty good film. I don't mind Temple of Doom. In fact, Temple of Doom was the last movie I ever saw because my mom thought it was too dark, so she never let us watch it. But when I don't know if anyone remembers this, Burger King used to do you buy something at Burger King, you could buy one of the three Indiana Jones films for $5 on VHS. My grandmother bought all three, but she didn't know we weren't allowed to watch Temple of Doom. My mom had forgotten that Temple of Doom has the guy pulls out his heart, and so that's I don't think that's why I think that's why she didn't want to see it. But when we saw Temple of Doom, we're like, oh wow! And so we'd only get to watch that when we visit our grandmother in North Alabama, which is like once a year, and we would watch it every night or every day. We'd watch Temple of Doom. We're like, because like seeing new footage of Indiana Jones. The other Indiana Jones films we saw all the time, but Temple of Doom we only saw once a year. And so that to me was always my favorite because it felt new. And I still think it's an iconic scene where he's on the bridge about to chop it, with the machete and everything. It's a really iconic scene. Like the boulder scene, I think that would, him on the bridge is a really good moment. Is it the best film overall? No, but Short Round was great. He connected with us. It was the kid. We were that kid that could hang out with Dr. Jones. Thought that was great. So I even like that one, but I'll have to go with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, two more, but T1 is great. Hello, Alex. Thank you. Oh my goodness. The last few do, yes. Pretty much, yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Alex. Alex, the only one tipping cash my way. Thank you, Alex. So kind of you. Agree to disagree. I don't remember Critters that well, but the Gremlins films are good. I haven't watched them in years, and I kind of want to watch them again. Duh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know about that. So I'm trying to convince Lance. I'm trying to convince the missus that the weekend of Memorial Day to spend time in Dallas because there's a board game convention, but the chances of that happening, I think, are slim. I'm not going to fight it, but I kind of want to go to that convention, but don't know if I'll get the green light. Yeah, Salvation I thought was fine. You're yuck. I don't know what you mean. Was the last film I ever saw. Last Indiana Jones film. Sorry, last Indiana Jones film. Out of the three, obviously I saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull later. I have never rewatched it. I might rewatch it for the new movie release. Maybe so. I guess. Yeah. Temple of Doom's good. That's great. I like it. Go for it. It's good. It's got a lot of good stuff. It's got a lot of good adventure in it. I couldn't even watch it. Oh, it's just it's the fifth one. That's what I mean. It was horrible. I got a free ticket. I won a free ticket at a restaurant to see any movie, because it was it was next to a mall, and they said, "Hey, you won. You're our whatever customer tonight. You get it's free movie night where every I don't know 20th customer that comes in, they were given a free ticket. What movie do you want to see?" I was like, "I don't want to see any movies out." And since I was traveling, I was by myself. I went, "Well, what movies are out?" I went, "The new Terminator film. I guess I'll watch that." And oh, it's awful. The people I was with, I said, "Do y'all want to watch Terminator with me?" And they went, "No, thanks." Yeah, because it's terrible. A lot of Temple of Doom fans here. I did. I read the first two books, wasn't that impressed, and moved on. If Stieg is still on here, he read the best book that everyone's been telling me. I think Stieg even said it was the Genesis Deluge. I hear that's the best one. And there's another one that Stieg mentioned too that I've heard, but I hear Genesis Deluge. I want to say it was Stieg. It could have been Jeremy from Stupid Chainsaw Productions, but the Genesis Deluge is the best one, and the rest of them are okay. And I heard that Steve Perry's zombie Indiana Jones one is one of the worst. One of the worst. Like the first two were interesting, they were okay, but they didn't get my attention. A long time ago, I was going to buy everything, like the comic books, the young adult books, everything. I think I could find it all for like $400. I was going to press the button and do it, and I went, nah. And I read the first two and thought they were okay, but not enough for me to go ahead and collect the rest of it. Yeah, there you go. But Dungeon Masters can write good fiction too. The short round's great. Wow, that is weird. Really? Oh, I agree. Four is really bad. But yes, five could beat it. Because every time he's moving around, I'm like, don't hurt yourself. He's so old. But I am going to go see it. I am going to maybe in theaters if the missus can go. If she wants to, we'll go see it. But I'm not expecting the best. Or you'd be out by then. It is. It's a strange one, isn't it? But it's pretty good. I know. I know. Ah, that's funny. Really? That's interesting. A lot of people go to Lance's house. No, a lot of people do like iJedi, by the way. Boy, that's a great question. Maybe the original Dawn of the Dead. Maybe that one. Because Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead. It's been forever since I've seen Land of the Dead. I'll go with the original Dawn of the Dead. Really? And I guess it doesn't connect to three. Yeah, me too. Because it's Lance's house. No Nazis in it. So yeah. But I read more fantasy than sci-fi. I read more fantasy than sci-fi, so fantasy. Huh. Because outside of Star Wars, Firefly, I've read Trek. Oh well, hold on. I read Saga of the Seven Sons. In fantasy world, in Star Wars, fantasy world, there's Tolkien, there's Bones of comic book, but that counts as fantasy. What else is fantasy? Narnia Chronicles, Wheel of Time. Sparkus doesn't fit in any one of those. About even, about down the line, I guess. We can go to Marcel's. That's fine. Well, it's probably really cold up there, so never mind. We'll do mine. Oh yeah, by AC Crispin. They're good. I'm having like 30 people over Sunday. Not even for the Super Bowl. It's like a pre-party, and then they're going to leave because I don't watch the Super Bowl. We're going to be setting up lots of tables Saturday. I'm going to start cleaning up. I don't know when. It was supposed to be tonight, but I'm not. I got to do taxes. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to ignore Mutt altogether. I don't think they're going to mention him. Ugh, thanks for that, but Ahsoka. Mm, technically, it's part of Legends, though. I didn't know that Wikipedia did that, though. Yes. I mean, he's doing a show right now, a cowboy show, right? He's always loved westerns. That's why he's doing that one. A lot of people like Ferris Olin, just not me. That's true. Star Wars is kind of a fantasy sci-fi, though. I never read Starship Troopers. DC, but I hate their movies. But DC fan. Okay, thanks. Oh yeah, Dune sci-fi. Thank you for that. Read a lot of Dune, so maybe I'm more sci-fi. It's possible now if someone took the time. I think he kind of lost it after when he got older. He just wasn't as good. But I mean, yeah, I'd watch it. It'd be interesting, I guess. I don't know if Land of the Dead was that great. You know, he's better in his prime. But in his prime, yes, absolutely. Ha! Huh, did not know that. Who write? Who writes that? Continues the Dyson with Miles' brother. Huh. Interesting. DC. Okay. Yeah, I have. I've read those. Those are fine. The History of Middle Earth I've read a couple of times. I'm a big Tolkien fan, so yeah, love it. Ah, okay, thank you. Oh, look out. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I'll go see it. No, no, I do not. I don't think I've heard of that story. But I mean, Dune was very popular, so yeah, they'd want to do it. But anyway, all right. So caught up on time, a little bit over an hour. I gotta get back to making getting taxes done. I want to be up all night. But anyway, good talking to everyone. I'll post a more civilized age now, and tomorrow, Legends Con stream. Come join. Come talk. Come ask questions. Hold on. No, 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 no. I kept them. I kept them. You're gonna see a review on them. I did two video reviews for you, and I'm keeping them. They're in the collection now. So thank you for that. Thank you, author. If you didn't see on the last stream, I mentioned you on it and said thank you, but you may have missed that. Well, thank you, sir. But anyway, yeah. So you're gonna get two reviews. They're actually rereads because I read those a long time ago. So gonna give it a fair shake and tell you what I thought about it. So did I change my mind? I don't know. You have to find out. When will your article be up on the website? Probably. I don't know if you made the cutoff time for February, so probably April because the EU madness starts in March. But folks, he wrote a great article. If you have an idea for an article, you want to write something for theexpandinguniverse.com, reach out at the email provided, contact at theexpandinguniverse.com. We're obviously, we skip a month ahead only because we're about to do the EU tournament coming out in March, which is going to be a lot of fun. I believe Marcel and Quinlan Voss are going to help me with that, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Dylan is taking the year off because he's really busy. Plus, when I had the kids last year, I couldn't do the stream, so Dylan and Brian took over for me graciously. So I'm giving Dylan a year off, and I'll be covering it this time. And it's before we start repeating our EU madness. This is our last round. We got 2 tournaments already written out. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be 3 mini tournaments, and the third one I just haven't had time to sit down and write out yet. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely want to check that out. And we have a lot of good articles on the website. So definitely check those out as well. Folks, I will see you later. Be looking out on the channel because I am about to release A More Civilized Age. Have a good night.